Come, hear the tale of our ragtag crew, brought together upon a mysterious island by fate. They have lost, they have won, and now, alongside a rebel faction, the truth on the wind, they fight against the evil Eterons. Behind it all, an alien being of immeasurable power begins to rise once again. As the land grows cold, our party stands as a light in the darkness. Now, welcome to the Swordcast Adventures.
We woke amongst our rock friends and, after eating some breakfast, began to discuss our plan. We spoke of diversions as an effective means of combating the dragon, and I rather liked that. We steeled ourselves for the journey and left. The entrance is rather close, but the heat is incredible. We can see large channels of lava. I've never sweat so much in my life. Around a corner, we spy a couple of Ifriti, and one of them is even sitting in a pool of lava, just like bathing, in a manner. They are blocking the entrance though, so through them we must go. Rain and I begin with an opening volley. The rest of the group joins shortly. The skirmish did not last long though, and we prevailed. We now stare down the entrance to this Molten Basilica. It's hotter than I ever could have imagined outside. Wonder what furnace awaits us on the inside.
So, you all find yourself now standing in front of this, what looks to be an active volcano. The cavern sits large and wide in front of you. The bodies, well, the remnants of these large red giants lay strewn about, just bits and bobs left over as their bodies melted to ash and exploded in flame. The ground is hot to the touch. The air is dry and arid. It feels hard to breathe. But ahead of you sits a gaping maw, yearning to eat you whole. And in front of you sits, very much to Amelia's knowledge, the entrance to the Molten Basilica. In the very center of this passageway, a stream of hot lava rolls through, cutting the entrance in half, splitting it in half, more so. Inside, a red glow emanates out as the world in there seems to be on fire.
Do you know which way? Can you recall the layout of this place, Amelia?
Amelia begins to move towards the entryway, and she begins to think about that. She tries to scour the memories of Flare and see if she can recollect any sort of layout to this place.
Word. Roll a history check for me.
A 0.
Whack.
With everything going on, with the almost clipped and small moments that you took in from seeing Flare and seeing through her eyes, you know this is the entrance, but knowing where anything sets, really, minus the fact that you did hear that this egg was in the large chamber. You don't know exactly where any of that is.
I just like kind of like wipe the sweat off my face, and I'm just like, no, I don't.
Oh. Okay then. Well then, let's get inside, I guess.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it.
The chamber itself seems to be about 25 feet wide. As you start to enter, this stream of hot molten rock sits at almost splitting it down the middle at 10 feet. You're able to walk on either side of it, but it's hard to kind of stand near it. It hurts. It's very uncomfortable.
Did we find out if this was constructed by the Geodudes? The Rock Boys?
I don't think you asked that question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can we tell, like,
It
which, if there was a specific, like, if this dwarven make, if this was carved naturally, if it was...
Well, so I'll let you roll a history check, but very much at the angles that you see the walls and the angles that you see the ceilings, this looks like it was carved by hand, or at least by someone.
Let's just say that I got one above Amelia. So, and call it that.
I mean,
No
to you,
fucking
it, to you, it could have been just a slow trickle of water cutting through each one of these hallways. And
First off, water can't do that. Rock is stronger than water. So,
of course,
Grimtuck knows
true.
what. Grimtuck knows that. Yeah. So,
voices in my head.
don't try to trick me with this bullshit that water
You're no bear.
can cut rock, because that's dumb.
God damn it. So fuck. Okay, but as you walk in, you will not be able to go obviously in a line. So which side of this kind of river of lava would you like to stand on, and what is the marching order as you walk into this place?
So, just a point of clarification, the river is just cutting the hallway right down the middle?
Yes.
Okay.
Amelia's already headed towards the door. She'll just stay on the side that we're on already.
Here, good example. If you look at the map, you can actually see that exact thing happening. You see up here at the northern side of this map, there are two sides to this kind of river that streams out. This follows inside of the basilica.
Does the river of lava stay pretty consistently wide, or is it growing and shrinking?
It stays consistently wide as far as you can see it.
And how wide is that?
Just under 10 feet.
Just under 10 feet. Okay. So, in a pinch, could jump.
Oh, yes. In a
Hey,
pinch
Ray.
could jump.
You want to do that thing where you, like, scout ahead?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that.
One, heat doesn't bother you that much, but
Yeah,
also...
I deal the best with the hot temperatures, so I will move ahead first.
Okay.
When she gets out of sight, I'm just gonna say we should probably go on either side of the river just in case. Have better field of vision.
What do you mean, like us, people on both sides, or?
I mean, we should split the. We're not going to split the party, but we're going to have, a fighter and a ranged combatant on either side, perhaps.
Okay.
Since we
Why
can,
would we not just stay on one side of the river of lava?
just for the sake of being able to see more things. We are but a 10-foot jump away from each other, so.
Over lava.
Over lava.
I mean, it's a
Indeed.
10-foot jump. That's not that hard. Just do
Fair.
it. Just jump.
It is just an idea. If we do not want to do that, then we do not have to.
I could throw any of you 10 feet, so if you're not comfortable with jumping, I got you.
Metolius is going to follow Amelia or Rain, whoever is going in first.
I'll go in first.
Sounds good. Wait, did Rain want to scout ahead, though? Was that
Yeah,
the...
I mean, do you guys want me to scout ahead a little and come back, or do you want to just follow, like, 20 feet behind me?
20 feet behind you.
Okay. There you go.
All right, yeah.
Sure.
Amelia moves in after Rain then.
I think
So
sitting
Rain-
out here in the open is not advisable.
Yeah.
Rain, would you like to go on the right or left side of this river?
Oh, I was just going to start right where we're at on the left side.
Got it. So then we move, because you're
Oh.
just a feet. Yes?
I'll follow.
So Rain, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
You got it.
Oh.
Let me double check my modifier here. 19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
You move into this hallway. Now, in this enclosed area, the heat becomes even a bit harsh for you. It was harsh, but you were able to kind of deal with the situation. Now it becomes that same rough and just almost heavy heat. So as you move forward, you notice that there are a few different passageways down. You notice that ahead of you is a wide opening area, though the actual, the whole throughway seems to be cut off by this large pile of red glowing crystals that seem to break and wall up the area to the north. To the east and west, there is a decent amount. There are a few different outlets. Seem to be hallways down.
Wait, how big is this pile of crystals? Like, is it so big that we can't get over it?
It is easily up to... Actually, as you look up, you notice that it is near to what looks to be an overhead walkway that seems to crisscross above it. The crystal's almost scraping the bottom of that walkway, so quite high. About, I would say 40 feet up.
Interesting. And just glancing down these two other pathways, do I see anything of interest?
Down the two other pathways?
Or any signs of movement, for that matter?
So, as you're glancing down the two pathways, there are hallways off to the sides, out of sight.
That's on the left side?
On both sides.
Oh, okay.
It seems. And both have a large, broken-in wooden door. Though the way to the west, or the left, sits a darkened area. Small flickers of light kind of dance around the ceiling, possibly off in the distance farther down the hall. But here, because of the torch that sits right at the edge here, you actually can see into this very nicely tiled area. A broken door set to the right side, to the east. And then what looks to be a dead body, long dead, sits in the very center of this room. At the far end, a table flipped over onto its side that seems to block another doorway past it. But movement you haven't seen.
And the heat isn't, like, so unbearable that I think it would, like, cause damage to my party members or anything?
Oh, it is getting exceptionally bad. I feel like all of you feel the need or the extreme necessity to drink water at the moment, lest your mouth be dry as a desert and your body shrivel.
I will drink from my canteen.
Sip on that water skin.
The relief is minor, but there.
Yep, I will do the same. And I'll just signal to my teammates to kind of come up and join me where I'm at. And do you guys just want to try down this hallway right now? Like, it doesn't look like we're getting any further up north right now.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. Left or right, does not matter to me.
Left, because we're here.
Lead the way.
I will say, you do see that if you, because it's hard to see past this area, but you do see that you could possibly, like, kind of slink through here if you so chose to, though the two ways on either side are much more open.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I'll
not
start.
lava-filled, for that matter.
Fair. Yeah, I'll start heading down this way.
Okay. So as you make it past, you kind of have to step wide over this hot, glowing rock. As you remember hearing Grimtuck scream out as he had passed it before. Now in this area, you see two hallways, one to the north, one to the west. The western one, a small, darkened room, sits opened the ceiling of it kind of shimmers with a bit of light. It almost looks like it could be firelight, kind of flashing across the far western end of this room.
I'm gonna step ahead to check out the room to the west. And, like, I'm gonna be real quiet about it in case that fire is a sign that someone's in there.
Okay.
Would you like a stealth check?
Yes, of course.
You got it.
Are you all staying outside of this hallway?
Nah, I mean, I think we're
No,
like
it's hot.
following behind.
23 on my stealth.
Okay.
And, like, once I get to about here, like 10 feet back from the door, I'd kind of signal everybody else to kind of stay back while I peek my head around.
Oh,
into the
well then,
doorway.
never mind. We are staying back.
Yeah. Not like all the way out of the hallway, but, you know, just like let me peek my head in first.
Do your thing, rogue.
I will peek my head in and see if I see any signs of life.
Hold up. Well, first off, no, there's things blocking your way, so you can't actually just walk through.
I see. Like what?
First off, roll me a perception check as you
Got
walk in to this darkened room.
16.
16. Well, there's a few things you see as you walk into this room. This room is relatively small, probably about a total of 15 feet wide, 15 feet high, give or take. In it, another dead, desiccated body that seemingly has been dried out from age. Next to it sits a crushed desk, rocks fallen, possibly from the shifting earth, the shifting ground below you. Ahead, in that doorway, a table flipped, breaking sight with half of this room, so you're unable to see past that, though above it you can see the ceiling, and you can see that there is seemingly the flicker of firelight off somewhere in the room. And then in front of you looks to be 2 bear traps set in the ground.
Oh. I mean, I guess I probably, at that hallway, there's probably too thin for me to walk on the wall. Like,
Yes.
okay. I guess I'm gonna try to dismantle the bear traps.
Excellent.
Yep.
How far down the hallway are the bear traps?
Like, right here.
Okay.
Like, just, yeah. Not very far at all.
It's like 30 feet down the hallway for those at home.
Yeah.
And basically 15 feet into the room itself. And just at the other end of the room, there's this hallway that leads into another room blocked off, but in front of that hallway sits the 2 bear traps. And roll me a sleight of hand to undo these bear traps.
You got it. 30.
30.
Yeah.
With a quick, swift, while and click your thieves' tools, remove the pin and allow the bear traps to close slowly. You hold them still enough to let the jaws clack together. That's the first. You have to go to the other side to get the other ones, though.
You got it. And I can just, like, step over this body here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
As soon as you make it here, as soon as you begin to step over the body, 3 rocks go flying towards your head from behind this table as 3 odd, small, scaled individuals toss them towards you. A natural 20, a 22, and a 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nat 20 with a rock.
With a rock!
Yep. All hit me.
Well, goddamn. So, a moment later, you take 7 points of damage from the first rock. You take 3 from the second and 6 from the third, as 3 of these scaled small individuals like peek over the side, and you see them like loose their slings and then duck back down, going, yeah!
Can I uncanny dodge one of those?
Ooh, actually, wait. You don't need to, because I do need to re-roll. So the first is 22. The second is, I forgot, your cloak.
Oh, yeah.
The second is a nat 20. And the third is a 22 as well. Oh, no, the third is a 10, so the third misses. Yes.
The,
Sorry.
The cloak stops functioning when she gets hit.
Oh, well. Then, yeah, nat 20. Nat 20 and a 10. Effectively, a 22 to hit stops the cloak. Nat 20 for the second attack. And then a 10.
Okay, so then I don't get the last one, which was a 6.
Yes, so you get a total of 10 points of damage.
Okay, and can I uncanny dodge the first one?
Sure.
To half the damage, so that'll be... So then 7 altogether, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Okay, so as that occurs, as these 3 scaled individuals pop up and then instantly pop back down behind this table off the side, I would like you all to roll initiative.
You got it.
Oh, this is gonna be the dumbest initiative ever.
21.
Rock throwers.
Hold it under the lava until it stops kicking.
Oh my god. Jesus, dude. They're just kobolds.
I know, right?
It'll be like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit when Christopher Lloyd dips the shoe in the...
Oh no.
Dude.
That's
the
terrible.
That is childhood trauma right there.
Yep, it really is though.
Especially when he takes off his whole thing and it's got the cartoon eyes. Ugh.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So yes, Rain, as you are at the top of the round, what you do?
And these guys are they're coming out of this room up here. I will.
They seem to be pointed. They seem to be coming from the room there. Yes.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll run up and attack the front guy there.
Okay.
With my rapier.
Roll me an acrobatics check to dodge out, to jump over that.
Oh, because I didn't dismantle the second
didn't
trap.
dismantle it. Actually, just roll me instead of that.
Actually, I would probably, seeing these guys are small and like are just throwing rocks, I might actually take this turn to dismantle the other traps so it doesn't get anybody else.
Okay. So that's your turn.
I actually do.
So,
yeah. So I will slide.
You could move effectively over to the corner, which would give you a bit more.
Yeah.
And get you you'd have to get there anyways to get closer to the bear trap, unless you're literally putting yourself in the middle of the fray.
Right. Yeah. No. I will move to the corner and I will dismantle the trap so that nobody else sets it off.
Okay.
Sleight of hand check will be a 27. Yeah.
27. Oh yeah. With a quick flick of your wrist, the pin falls out and you're able to kind of hold it just enough to release it, and it claps closed. You all hear the metal clang down the hall, and then again these yips, these odd reptilian creatures of small stature, I would say almost as small as Loud Scout was.
Almost.
He was the smallest boy. So small. And that's your turn, Rain.
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Then we're gonna move to Metolius.
Metolius would yell around the corner, "What's going on in there?" And I guess he would move up north.
Sure.
15
Your
feet.
elf eyes are allowed to. Your elf eyes see that there is a turn to the west around this corner. Still the same kind of very thin corridor. So as you turn and look to the west, you see that it continues down to seemingly another turn to the north, about 15 feet ahead of you.
Yeah, he would go 15 feet and look down the hallway in front of him and then look to the left.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Which equals out because I have the Sentinel Shield.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, so you notice that there is seemingly light coming from the western hall, and there is a northern hall that you see a glow at the very edge that it kind of looks like the glow from the hall, the main hall, like the glow of lava or the crystals themselves. But in front of you, you notice 2 more bear traps set on the ground in the place about 5 feet in front of you. 2 of them.
Do I have anything for this? Let me check my. Well, an S word.
Just don't step on it, man. You're good.
I'm out of movement, but I was gonna try to like trip one right now.
Hit it with your axe. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Just snaps the handle.
Your
The
magic
itself is
axe.
magical. The axe
That's the
itself is
bear
magical,
trap
but the
I
wooden-
want.
Yeah,
Magic
Essentially,
bear
it's
trap.
bear trap of rust monster.
I will. Jeez. I'll take out my spear and try and trigger one of these traps. Could I like push down on the thing that triggers it? I'm fine with losing my spear if it's stuck in there.
That is fine and dandy. You can absolutely use your spear. You push straight down on the depression pedal, and as you do, the bear trap snaps with a loud twang, and you see the head of your spear just like break off.
Oh, I would have done the not head of the. I would have done
You
the
see
other.
the back of the spear snap
Okay.
off, giving you a
Fair
ragged end,
Fair enough.
which now is more weapon. Well done. You've somehow gotten a second head on this thing.
I assume that's my action to trigger the one trap, so that I am done. I will just call back down the hallway. There's a bunch of bear traps down here. That's the end of my turn.
Sweet, free bear traps.
Always the optimist, Grimtech.
Grimtech comes out to fight the dragon, and he's like twirling two bear traps on
Yes,
their chains.
exactly. We want to know how to keep it on the ground. I got us.
Okay, so
So like
Rain,
dragon nipple
you hear
clamp.
the skittering of.
Sorry.
Rain, you hear the skittering of small reptilian clawed feet across the kind of marble or tiled floor away from you.
Got it.
It moves this way. Basically, it moves away from both you, and then, Metolius, do you hear the same skittering across the floor? For a moment there, you hear the sound stop, and then you hear a sound of padded feet, like land, like it jumped over something. And as it does this, you hear in a language that sounds oddly just like rough and ancient, but in a very high-pitched, squeaky, like odd voice, but it's one long sustained and then you hear a response from a lot of voices.
Was I able to hear that?
Only a perception check with ML ears.
Love to.
Triggered the horde.
Yep.
23.
Oh yeah.
Might as well.
Do I recognize that as a language?
What languages do you speak?
Notably, I speak Draconic.
Then yes, you do. Very specifically, you recognize it as language you speak. And the word it said was intruders. As that occurs, we move to, I believe that's... Yep, we move to Grimtuck's turn.
Like, okay, did I hear the cacophony of
Oh
weird
yeah,
shrieking?
you heard the screech out, and then you heard the yip yips in return.
What the fuck is that? Alright, ever since the incident with the red caps, small things gotta get dealt with. So, it's just
There is
how
a
it
table in front of you.
Yep. It's, sorry, murdering small things. I'm
Run
gonna,
through the table.
you know, because I have a lot of them and I don't know what we're in for. It seems silly to do it, but I am gonna rage. Who knows? And I will, just great axe this kobold.
Okay.
So, run up on him and give him the old downward chop. Normal swing.
With the axe in front of you, he does have a small amount of extra AC. Just so you know.
With the what?
With the table in front of you.
Oh,
So there's
then-
a knocked over table that basically blocks this door. That doesn't bar it, but blocks it.
How high up is it? Because I'll straight up leap over that table. I still got 10 feet of movement.
I mean, it's about at your weight. You'd be able to.
Okay. Then yeah, I just gotta straight up leap over the table. I'll leap over him if I can, but if I can't, I will just land on him.
Squish.
He is not big. I am very big.
Roll me just a quick athletics check, just to see.
Okay.
As you run over, rage, and leap over.
Athletics would be a 24, because that's my jam.
Oh, yeah. That is your jam. You rush over, and as you do, you bound over this table, landing on the other side. You're just heaving breaths and pure, unadulterated rage in your eyes as you turn around to see two of those. Well, you turn around and look back to see two of those small creatures in front of you.
Alright. What the fuck? I'm just gonna hack at this little nerd.
I got that nerd.
He is gonna catch a to hit would be, that's a 9 plus another 9. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I beat his AC. It was 18.
Yes.
Okay. Just a sec here. Wait, no, it's a D20. I don't get to roll that for damage. Hold on. It's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage.
15 damage. The first one, it spins around like, yeah! And as it does, you just cleave the thing in two. Just like that, without question. Its body just splits in half before the air can even leave its mouth in full.
All right, I'm gonna swing on him, but it's gonna be more of a golf swing, like an underhanded shot.
Okay.
Then that definitely hits. I got like a 22.
Yes.
All right. Oh, I did a lot more damage than the first time.
So you basically jumped over, spun around, and using that momentum, you just brought your axe like through that first kobold, and then use that to follow through and just come straight up. And as you do, the two halves just paste themselves against the wall behind.
Tight. I'll turn around and just loudly yell at the other one, just because I don't know what they said. So I'm just getting
You turn around, loud yell at the other one in the direction you heard, and then 4 more in this room turn back to you and go, yeah!
Sweet. I appreciate their bravery. That's what I got.
As these 4 appear.
I didn't even know those guys were in there.
I figure as you bounded over this thing and rage killed 2 kobolds, you probably didn't notice super well the other 4 that were standing there.
Sweet. No worries. Bring it, nerds.
They're going to try. But we are going to go to Eldwin's turn first.
All right. I would like to run into the room.
You run into this smaller room. Now standing over a corpse, you see Rain off to your right, off to the north side of the room, and ahead of you, two closed bear traps and a folded over table cutting off the rest of the view of the room. Though Grimtuck is standing on the opposite side of this table, doused in just a nice little smattering of blood as he stares off to the north.
Okay. I would like to hold my action to fire an arrow at any foe that I see down the hallway.
Okay. You do notice that this room does open up wider, just so you know.
Yeah, that's I'm like expecting that if something bum rushes Grimtuck, I would like to shoot it.
Okay. Then we move to...
It's given that I am out of movement.
Yes. And then you now hear a call response to this. And you hear just like, yeah! And I would say, Eldwin, as you hear this, you hear the words, "Get them!" from a different voice, a little lower, a little more gravelly.
Sergeant Kobold.
Sergeant Kobold. I didn't know this step. No. It's Grandpa Kobold, sorry. In front of you, Grimtuck, though, one of these kobolds with a large metal shield hefted in one hand that looks almost to be like a turtle shell. The other, a curved spear, rushes towards you and runs up on you and tries to stab you with its spear with one hand. That's a 10.
10 does not hit.
It does not. And then followed through by a second. It just like stabs forward. 19.
Actually does not hit.
So the first one just blatantly missed as it runs up to a giant creature covered in its companion's blood, like just heaving breaths, and it just like stabbed wildly behind a shield. The second, on the other hand, tried as it might, just like stabbed forward and just kind of like indented into your skin, a small trickle of blood, but no actual damage.
Can I see this kobold?
You cannot. It's pretty much, because it's right here. I would say you are not within sight of that kobold.
Okay.
Let me just double check. So like say you're looking this way.
I mean, I can see it. I can see that there is a model that was moved in front of him.
I would say
dynamic lighting mode.
if you take a shot, it's gonna have a good buff to its AC.
That's fine. I have sharpshooter.
That's true, we do. Okay, fire your shot.
I will not be with the. I will not do the penalty for the damage though. It will just be a regular shot.
Okay.
24.
4 hits.
11 magical piercing and 5 cold.
Okay. And 11 magical piercing, so 16 altogether.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Grimtuck, out of the corner of your eye, an arrow flies into the room and catches the thing even behind its shield and just.
Like, I know exactly what that does. I'm just like, that's cool.
Okay. And that is that one's turn. We're going to move on to this job right here. It's going to move Metolius ahead of you down to the northern pass. You hear another clack of claws on the tile, and then it stops to then in turn hear a soft thud, like something landing. But you don't see anything come around the corner.
That is to directly down the hallway in front of me, or to
directly down the hallway to the north.
Okay.
I don't think you were able to see that.
North on this map.
This way.
Okay. But I don't see anything.
Which you don't see anything come around the corner.
Okay.
The sound of more padding feet, this time with a bit of clank to them, does seemingly come around this corner. And as it does, you see a small form out of the corner of your eye, shield in hand with a spear, and out from around that corner, the creature just like stabs at you out of nowhere. It's a 13 to hit you, which I don't believe does. You're able to kind of duck back behind this corner enough as it kind of like leans around and tries it a second time. As it tries to stab out at you, it just misses entirely. As it does, it like clanks against the wall and kind of is thrown back. As it tries to stab at you again, it would have, on the other hand, hit that bear trap if you hadn't already tripped it, because it got a natural 1.
That's fine.
And then another set of footsteps. And we move to Amelia's turn.
Amelia is going to head into this hallway about 25 feet to the west in front of her to get a better look at what's going on. Can she see this kobold here over the table, or
Yeah,
is
the table would pretty much... No, you could see it. You can see, like, its shield held up and its spear kind of, like, stabbing towards.
Okay. She will walk forward then, and as she sees one of these things come into view, she's just going to point at it as she casts firebolts.
Okay.
For a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
For 12 fire damage.
Okay. As the bolt actually connects with it, it just kind of like hits it. As it does, it like and hisses at you. It's seemingly like what you would expect to set in for damage doesn't seem to be there.
Okay. That's exactly what I was trying to find out.
For science.
For science.
With that, Amelia will finish her movement by using her last 5 feet to kind of just place herself right in this corner here.
Okay.
Right in front of her.
Then we move on to this guy. Who's going to... You hear the soft pads of feet coming closer, more and more. And Grimtuck, ahead of you, the other creature hefting a shield is going to run up and get on your other side and start to stab at you. This time, as they are close, they have the ability to... let's just say he has advantage. 17 to hit you, which does not hit.
Nope.
As he's stabbed through, you're able to kind of swing your axe just enough and the spear clanks off of it. Not rolling really well, let's just say that. This time, you literally just step back enough as the spear, like, flies out in front of you. As this creature is like...
Oh, you guys aren't even trying. Step it up.
Then we move to the top of the round. Metolius, there is one of those reptilian creatures right around the corner trying to stab at you.
It would be Rain in front of me.
Oh, that's right. All right, I reordered this after adding a few people. Rain, you're in this room. 2 of your other companions have joined, and Grimtuck seems to be harried on either side.
It's rough. It's rough. It's real thick in here.
Let's see. I will enter the room, 5, 10, 15, and come around. I will flank on either side of the guy in front of Grimtuck here. Attack with my rapier. I rolled 2 13s, so that'll be a 23.
Yes, that hits.
Right, let me check. Yeah, cool. Sneak attack. So that'll be 66. That's a lot of 6s and 5s. Let's see. 8, 18, 24, 26, 30 damage.
30 damage?
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. With one just quick puncture of your rapier, you just pull it back out and the creature just falls lifeless to the ground.
Excellent. I'll at least like back up 5 feet against the wall, so like I know that I can't get like knowing there's a lot of them. I have my back to the wall so I can see around me pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Metolius. Metolius. We haven't done that one.
Yeah, we have not.
Brings me back.
Yeah, right?
So, can I see around the corner? I mean, I can't see, my token can't see, but I don't see any, like, other bear traps behind this creature.
No, the only other one you see is in front of you. That's still, I would say, there's still one that is open.
Alright, I'm just gonna attack him.
Okay.
I was gonna try to get fancy with it, but I think I'll just... that's probably not gonna hit. A 14? Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit. You swing out, but he is able to throw up his shield just enough, in enough time to block it.
Well, does a 25 hit?
Oh yeah, definitely hits,
Alright, so that's going to be 15 plus 8, so 23 points of damage.
Got it.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive. As he stands there, you hit him and you connect and you slam him against the wall. And he just...
I just look at him and say, I don't really have time for this. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Then we move to behind you, Rain and Grimtuck. This one that stands up from what looks to be almost like a nest of sorts hefts these. So here, I actually have two handouts to show you. So, this one, which is the one with the shield. And secondly,
Neat.
This one stands up from the nest. This small reptilian creature wearing what looks to be almost ramshackle wings. As it stands, and like kind of a flowing cloak. As it stands there, you see its hands begin to glow.
Oh, one of these fucking... What the fuck?
As it casts out of it, like from its hands, it throws one forward and go bang, and you hear it in common. As it does, 3 rays shoot straight out and aimed straight at you.
Alright. See if this guy has any aim. His buddies suck.
I promise him nothing.
Maybe they have better aim than Fire Newt Warlocks.
Right?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. 18.
Nope.
21.
That hits my AC.
And 9.
Nope.
Nope.
That seems about par for the course.
Yeah. As this first of this, oh my god. As the first of this, the only of these 3 rays that fire forth from this creature's hands towards you, 2 of them fly off and just connect into the walls, and flame just like on either side of you. The third hits you dead in the chest, and you take 9 points of fire damage.
What the fuck? I just kind of like dust it off and be like, dick.
That is what it does.
Oh, scorching rays.
It does. It's scorching rays.
Scorching rays. Use car dealership. I'm Scorching Ray.
Best deals in Avernus.
Yeah, best deals in Evans. Come on down to Scorching Rays Autocross.
At the far end, a small of the creature, one of the same reptilian creatures that initially threw a sling at you, seems to heft a rock in that same sling and whips it towards you, Rain, with a quick. The rock flies out of the sling as it looses it, and it just connects into the wall behind you with a 10. Just a ping. As it becomes Grimtuck's turn.
Alright. I'm just going to run over to the guy who cast the spell at me.
Yeah.
And so the other dude gets his... Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So expecting this one to hit. Hey, that doesn't. That's a 15. So as he like was going, and he just stands there with his arm extended and the spear not embedded in you.
I just kind of bat it away with one hand and be like, "Stop it!" So I go
harder.
Yeah, just do better next time. And I'll take 2 swipes at Mr. Magic Dickhole over here. That's a nat 1 on the first one. It's been a while since I've seen one of those.
So as you swing it,
Yeah.
as you swing it out, you try to swing towards this creature, but it definitely dodges out of the way, and you slam your axe down.
Sorry, I missed hit your stupid little nest. And I'm just gonna take another shot at him.
Ahead of you, Grimtuck, as you look, you notice there are more of these creatures down the hall.
Fuck. These things are just fucking everywhere. That is a 14 to hit.
A 14?
Yes.
Ooh. Doesn't hit.
Ah, well, I rolled just like shit.
This creature wears such light armor. You see as you swing, it just ducks underneath. It's like...
Duh. Alright, that's how humiliating. I rolled like shit. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Eldwin.
Okay, well, I'm going to move forward and see more. Cool. So the guy who's straight in front of me, which one does he? Is that the shield guy?
Yep. That is the shield and spear.
And he has already been hit. He's not. Okay. Well then, I am going to change that. I would like to fire an arrow at him, and I will do that so with my normal sharpshooting. Oh, that's only going to be a 10 though, so I assume that misses.
It does miss.
In which case, I would like to use my bonus action to bend it.
Okay.
And I'll bend it to the other one.
Bend it like gang.
Mm-hmm. For an 18 to hit.
Which other one are you talking?
The one I can see. This one.
Okay, this one right there. Got it. The one that had fired off the spell at Grimtuck, the one with the kind of ramshackle wing. You turn your arrow for an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
18 hits.
Cool. That's going to be 12 damage altogether, 11 piercing, and 1 cold.
Excellent. So in that same kind of just like gleeful moment as the creature dodges that second swing from Grimtuck, he just steps to the side just enough as your arrow wheels out and just hits him right in the chest.
All right. Well, I will fire a second arrow at the original guy.
Okay.
The usual. That's gonna miss, and one more time.
Okay. One more again.
There we go. 22.
22 hits.
Sweet. That is going to be 20 damage altogether, 18 magical piercing, and nope. I lied. It doesn't get cold, so just 18.
Okay. Basically, what happens is this kobold looks over at you and sees you lining in a shot up, and just like drops down under his shield, and the first two just like sail over and just like, but the second one you kind of angle down just enough, and as he looks up to see if it's all done, he just takes it right in the shoulder. That brings it to yes. That is your turn, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Grimtuck, you see another one of those odd winged kobolds rush forward. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As he does, he stands here now at the end of this small hallway, and he again does that same kind of odd moving motion. He twirls his hands and says, and throws his hands out, and as he does, 3 more of those just beams fly out towards you. So the first. Oh, sick. First is 13 to hit, flies over your head and just splashes the wall with flame. The second, 22 to hit.
Ah, that one catches a piece of me.
And the third is same thing. Same exact thing. The first and the last miss entirely, but the middle one connects. So again, you see 2 just fly to the side and just like splash and are away as that happens. The third, though, connects in and does that is 8 points of fire damage.
All right, just be like, fuck, that would fucking stung a little.
It then that is its turn as the sound of pattering moves down the hallway in front of you. As this creature runs around the corner, as you see it now appear in front of you, Metolius, you see it seemingly jump over something.
More bear trap.
And as it does, it kind of like spins the sling and throws a rock straight down the hall at you. 16 to hit, which does not hit if I'm mistaken.
Put my shield up and block it.
Shield up. A resounding clang as the stone bounces off the shield and hits the ground. So another one of the creatures with the shields and spear rushes into the room and straight at you, Rain. Mm-hmm. As it runs up to you, it begins to try to stab at you quickly. But the first 2 hit him. Oop. Nope, that one. Spear. That is a 17 to hit you.
That matches.
Okay. This is all one-handed as it is holding a shield in the other. It goes in for a second strike, which is a 22.
Also hits.
First, so in total, as you take the first one, which is a slight cut at your shoulder for 2 points of damage, the second one catches you right in the side for a full 6 points of piercing damage. Actually, I have disadvantage on the first one, so let's say the first one was a 17, which would have hit. The second attack, I keep forgetting. Now that I've actually hit you, would have missed entirely. So you only take 2 points of damage with that first initial stab.
Got it.
Another kobold runs down the hallway from that room adjacent Grimtuck and throws another sling bolt at you, trying to hit you with a rock. 23 to hit.
Holy shit! Good job.
3 points, so 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you are knocked in the side of the head with a rock.
Dick! Ah! Like, so literally just 1 point of damage. Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah, he got a 3. Yeah. I'll just kind of like rub the spot and be like, really?
Metolius, as you take a moment to block the barrage from quote unquote from the kobold to the north of you, the one that you hit with your axe previously, the one with the spear and shield, tries to take advantage of that moment and stab at you with its spear. One-handed, it swings with a 22 to hit for the first one.
That'll do, pig.
And a natural 20 for the second.
Okay. I'd use my luck. No. I'm not gonna. No. I'm saving that. Saving my luck for the dragon.
Good plan. I'm just
not a luck dragon. For the dragon.
Well, it's okay. I rolled absolute minimal damage on both of these, so all I have to add is a 6 to that. So altogether, you take 10 points of piercing damage as this creature tries and catches you. One good catch in like right under the arm where the armor kind of meets, and it just like stabs deep in, and you see it like with just a smile as it tries to hit you, and actually connects this time.
You're gonna regret that, little one.
Another one of the shielded individuals rushes into the room to continue this onslaught of small, minute creatures. As it tries to stab at you, Grimtuck, with its spear.
Alright.
13 doesn't hit.
No, I'm just batting him away with just like my free hand. You're like, fucking stop it. Like mosquitoes.
21.
21 hits.
Well, that is a total of... Hey! That's max damage. That's great. It means it did 3 points of piercing damage to you.
3 after rage, or?
Yeah, 3 after rage.
Okay.
As he just, like, you know, tries as you slap away the first spear, and just, like, he, in just, like, this rage, he just, like, Arr! And stabs in for that second time and does just a decent amount for who he is.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty strong,
He
I'm
feels
sure.
great about it.
It's a power move, bro.
That brings it to Amelia's turn, though. You notice that there are many more kobolds in this area, and you hear sounds coming from around the corner as though Metolius may be interacting with more as well.
Amelia steps out from the corner that she was kind of tucked into, steps out behind Eldwin. She can only see one kobold from where she's at, so she is going to look at it and just do the eye thing, like she's gonna stare at it and like point at her eyes and then point at him, and then she's just gonna make a motion with her hand like she's wringing his neck, and she just hears a bell ring off as she casts Toll the Dead.
Awesome. Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
15.
That does not make it.
Okay.
Is this one missing HP?
It is.
30 necrotic damage.
Oh man! Oh, like it sees you and goes, "Eh," and as it says, "Eh," you hear this kind of gurgling sound occur in its throat, and as its eyes start to like roll into the back of its head, as just blood pours out the side of its mouth, at its ears, and at its eyes as the necrotic damage just like slowly pulls this creature from the mortal coil.
You just did 30 damage on a cantrip, bro. That's fucking massive.
D12.
Yeah. Amelia is then just going to like nonchalantly just tuck back into the opposite corner.
Sounds good.
And that's her turn.
Actually, this kobold is going to rush into the room as well and look around and just see Rain standing there next to his shielded companion, and he's going to take a throw of his sling at you, Rain. 22 to hit.
That hits.
This time, as you're trying to like dodge out of the way of the spear, you hear the thwip of one of these slings as a rock goes flying and just knocks you right in the side of the head for 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Got it.
And you hear this like just kind of chittering laughter coming from it as it seems very excited, though it becomes your turn now.
I'm gonna come around the guy, but not break melee with the guy that I'm. Well, oh no, then I'd be melee with 3 of them. I might not want to do that. Sorry.
More effective.
Since that new guy walked into the room. 4 of them actually. Yeah. I am going to shoot a crossbow bolt at this guy that's in melee with Grimtuck, just right over the head of the one directly in front of me.
Which you'll have disadvantage on. Because you're in melee with this guy.
Oh, I thought you only had disadvantage on guys that you're in melee with, not if you're just in melee with anybody.
I just learned that like last week, too.
That's
Yeah,
Same
if
thing.
you're in melee.
If you're in melee with anything, you have disadvantage on ranged attacks. Got it.
There are ways around that, but you have to take those feats.
Alright, well I guess I will forsake sneak attack damage this turn and just attack the guy in front of me with my rapier.
Sounds good.
For a 22 to hit.
It hits.
For 11 piercing.
As this guy is just kind of like weaving away, he doesn't notice as you come straight around and stab straight through deep into him with your rapier. As you pull it out, just a little gout of blood squirts out and it's like that's your turn.
I am going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just move to this back corner actually. Is what I'm gonna do.
Certainly.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, we move to Metolius' turn.
Axe. Face. 16 hit.
16 hit.
20 points of damage.
Pretty sure I heard that industrial song when I used to go to the club. Axe.
Yeah.
Face. 16 points of damage. 16 hits. Yeah, no, 20 points. Holy shit. Got it. This creature just, you basically once again just bring it straight down on him, and he moves his head just in time as he takes a huge gash into his shoulder, and he screeches out as he does, and you just see him barely able to hold on.
He's still fucking alive?
Yes.
What the fuck? Alright, well, fine. 17, and he's fucking dead now.
Oh yeah, definitely is. Dude's dead.
That's -5 because I don't get the lightning, but so
That's
it'd be
fine.
yeah.
Still Soup's dead. As you finally, he's unable to now try to dodge as too much blood has been lost, and he just like, he barely notices the axe swing down upon him as you remove him.
That's good. Can I avoid this bear trap if knowing that it's there? Can I step around it?
Yes, and you've already taken care of the one that's directly in front of you, so you'll be able to.
All right, I'm just gonna come in here, and
As you turn down that hallway, you can now see that there are multiple kobolds inside of this room, as well as Grimtuck standing next to a few of them.
that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Eldwin, being the only person here who actually speaks it, if I'm not mistaken, you hear the creature who initially threw the 3 beams from its hand at Grimtuck screech out in Draconic, "For the Scourge!" As he does, he tries to whips out a dagger and tries to stands there ready. As he does, you see him moving his hands, and he says something in Draconic, and Eldwin, you hear him say, "Rush." As he does, he casts Expeditious Retreat on himself.
Oh, shit.
And then he just books ass out of here. So yes, he bonus action dash, but he disengages as an action. So he kind of dodges out of the way as you try to swing at him, and then he just rushes out of the room.
That scans for a kobold.
Moving to this kobold, the small kobold at the very edge of the room, runs forward and kind of takes his place. As he does, he takes out a dagger as well, and just runs up to you and tries to stab at you. Grimtuck.
Yeah, I figured. What'd you say?
With a 9. So he basically just stabs into your, like, one of your leather belts across your chest, but doesn't stab through it, and just looks up like, ah.
I just smile at him.
Well, hey, as you smile at him, it becomes your turn.
Well, the guy next to him with the shield and the spear, I'm just gonna give him just the overhead chop. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit with 26.
Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.
That's the good
26?
stuff. Yeah, to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And woo. 11, 16, 17, 18, 19 damage.
19, got it.
Yeah. Still standing, I take it?
Yep.
Alright. See what I got there. And 16.
16?
Yes.
That hits.
Okay. And ooh, okay. 20 damage on the next shot.
Excellent. He is still up, but he's looking absolutely terrible.
What
Barely
the
able to
fuck?
punch back up. Almost leaning on its spear at the moment.
Okay. Well, props to him. I'll just be like, alright, respect. Because I hit him fucking hard.
Anything else?
Nah, that's all I got.
That's all you got. Eldwin, as you stand at this doorway looking into this room filled with kobolds and friends, what do you do?
Hop over the table, and then I will go and move into the middle of the room to clear the doorway. And seeing a bunch of them, I am just going to start firing.
Okay.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get the guy closest to me. Let's do the one that is in melee with Metolius first.
Sounds good. So slightly to the north, to the right side of the fire that sits in the center of this room, there stands a kobold that is facing Metolius. You fired him first.
Yep. And this guy is this one that looks special or rank and file? In front of you sits the 4 kobolds in this room. Sorry, the 4 kobolds in this room. 2 of them hold shields and spears. The other 2 slings and daggers. The rest past them seem to be a slight mixture, but it's hard to tell through this whole menagerie in front of you. Gotcha. So the one that's next to Metolius is slings and dagger.
No, it is a one hefting a shield.
Shield. Okay. Well, I would like to use my sharpshooter shot and attempt to fire an arrow at his back.
Sure.
How about a 25 to hit?
It hits.
Great. It takes 23 piercing and 3 cold.
You see just an immense hit catch this creature in the back, Metolius, and it almost like flops forward, but it kind of rights itself with one like foot coming down and catching itself.
I will shoot it again.
Yeah.
13 to hit.
Misses.
All right, I'll redirect it to the one on the north side of the room. This one
Okay.
over.
On the back, got it.
Yeah, on the back. All right. Hiya. How about a critical hit?
Critical hit. Well, that hits.
Yeah.
So as you fire that second shot, he almost stumbles. The first creature, the one with the shield that you're trying to hit, almost stumbles, holding himself up. That allows your air to fly over it. You see that happening and instantly take the moment to like twinge it off to the side as it turns and just flies directly at the face of the other creature.
So damage for that would be 17, because it's not a sharpshooter shot, but it's 17 for the critical damage.
Oh yeah, 17 is just peachy as you attach this creature to the wall behind it.
Awesome. All right. Well, then I am going to fire my third shot at the one that I was initially. Yeah, that one. Yeah, the
Okay.
one I was
One
initially-
still in melee with Metolius.
that would be a natural 1.
That misses terribly as it flies over. It barely misses Metolius' head as it connects into the wall far behind him.
Hey, watch it.
It's been a while since Eldwin shot one of us.
Sorry, I was distracted by impaling the other one.
And is that your turn?
No, I am going to move up here and give Metolius some flanking on this guy.
Okay, you do that. And as you do, we move to the next turn. The creature slightly down the hall also screams out in that same draconic. You hear him go, "Death before surrender!" in draconic, so only
So death.
death before surrender as he runs away.
That seems antithetical, but sure.
For everyone else. Death before surrender for everybody else.
Then it brings it to this kobold that is down the hall that was trying to rush at Metolius and swung at him or flinged him with his fling, and he's going to roll a perception check, and he misses it as you hear a snap of metallic jaws as he accidentally trips the other bear trap, and he screams out as you hear this sickening snap as it just shatters his leg. He falls over and writhes. The sounds of that writhing fall away quickly as the blood loss catches him.
Oh man, taken out by a bear trap.
It's like when you get to see a squirrel get hit by a car. Thrashes about for like 15 seconds and then stops moving.
On that, the creature in front of you, Metolius,
Bummer visual, bro.
like a thrashing squirrel, thrashes that with its spear.
You guys ever see a squirrel get run over?
Man.
It tries to stab with the spear for a 14.
Nay, sir.
Its injured and barely held together form, it is unable to kind of make it through your defenses as it tries one last time with a nat 20.
Sure.
A death throw of a stab as it connects with a total of 10 points of piercing damage as it just like stabs you right in the leg.
Getting sick of this shit.
You feel the pain in your thigh as it pulls it back. A bit of blood drips off the end. Another creature runs up behind you, Metolius, and tries to stab you with a dagger. As you hear the soft pad of clawed footsteps across the tile, as it stabs with a natural 20.
sure, bro.
Why always you? Why always
I don't
you?
know. Good question, Dungeon Master. Good fucking question.
Same roll 20. That's a total of 9 points of piercing damage as a momentary lapse in perception, the creature runs up behind you and is able to find purchase with its small dagger in your side as the other pulls the spear out. That is its turn. And Grimtuck, in front of you, this creature, barely holding himself together, also tries stabbing you with his spear. 22 to hit you.
Oh, he gets a shot in.
1 point of piercing damage. As he's like, yes.
Guy? Is this the one that I fucked up?
Yeah, oh yeah, this is the one that's real bad off right now.
How is he still standing?
He barely is standing. This is why he's doing like next to no damage, I guess. He did 2 points. He did effectively 2, half to 1, and then he hit you for a non-natural 20. Yes, no?
Not that doesn't hit.
Oh yeah, so the second swing in just basically just like grazes across you as he almost falls at you.
Are we killing like a bunch of kids? Are there going to be grown-ups of these coming by that are like actually tougher? This is fucking weird. Like lizard children monster things.
Amelia, it's your turn.
Lizard children monster thing.
It's like a fucking nursery or something. I feel weird. I feel conflicted about this.
So Amelia will come around the corner and vault over the table here.
Got it.
And now finally be able to see in this room.
I would say in a moment your vision flashes and you notice this room. You remember this room as a kitchen, now just a absolute terrible mess from its previous state. You see a moment, and then you see that moment, and then the moment flashes back, and in front of you, 4 kobolds stand, your friends around you, trying to take them out.
She will kind of move down towards the southwest corner here, take a spot along the wall a little west of Brain, and she again is going to kind of, she's going to find one of the kobolds that looks beat up, and she's going to do the same like threatening stare at it as she reaches out with her hands and like goes to like wring its neck from a distance and cast Hold the Dead.
Are you talking this one? Is
any of them, either with the first one that she sees that looks injured?
I would say both of the two in the very center of this room look
Then she's going to go for that one.
Okay.
So that's a wisdom save.
Oh, yes. Apologies. Boop. That's a 10.
That is 21 necrotic damage.
In that moment of trying to stab at Grimtuck, he crumples to the ground and writhes for a minute as he just screeches out as blood starts pouring out of his ears as the necrotic damage takes him.
And then Amelia is just going to turn to the one that was standing next to him.
Sorry.
And then just kind of like look at Grimtuck and then look back at it and just shake her head.
And just so you know, Amelia, I moved your token up. It's about 5 feet. This is a large heart.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
So
that's fine.
In case that changes what you're doing in the future,
Nope. That is totally fine.
I'll let you know. So yeah, as that creature writhes and dies on the ground, it becomes the top of the round with Rain's turn.
Okay, I am going to move forward between Eldwin and Amelia and attack the kobold in melee with Metolius.
Okay.
With my rapier. That'll be for a 28 to hit.
28 hits.
And 11, 16, 20, 24, 28 piercing damage.
I mean, Metolius, for a moment, you see Rain behind this creature, and then you see her blade through its head as she removes it and drops this creature to the ground.
And then I'm gonna keep moving forward.
Careful, there is a fire in the very center.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, can I still move,
You can move
past
around it.
her? Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep moving forward and then set myself in this corner back here to give Grimtuck flanking with this kobold in front of him.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Metolius.
Axe the guy behind me.
Yep, you spin around to see the kobold who stabbed you with his dagger.
Oh yeah, 28.
Yes.
14 points of damage.
He basically stands there with his bloody dagger as you swing your axe down, and quick, fast, and in a hurry, this creature is no more.
And then he has the spear that the end got broken off from the trap, and he just takes the spear and he chucks it across the room at the other one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that might not hit though. A 12?
12 hits.
11 points piercing damage. Can
So
I pin
as-
the wall?
Yeah, you do. I was gonna say, as Grimtuck and Rain stand on either side, they see this broken-ended spear just catch the kobold right in the chest, and you just see him flatten against the wall, and is now sitting about 2 feet above the ground. His limbs just swinging limply in the non-breeze.
Annoying little shits.
Alright. Like fucking mosquitoes or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Is anyone hurt other than me?
I'm not doing too bad.
I mean, they stabbed me, but it was like tiny little pricks, like just little jabs or something. Are we still in initiative, DM? Still in fight?
I would say you are not at the moment. As far as you know, the other two ran off to somewhere. You don't know where they are. So you stand here now in this just den of these creatures, just pieces of food scattered around, odd little trinkets, coins, just a couple coins scattered here and there, as well as just like firewood and other essentials.
Why the fuck would they need a fire in here? This is hot as shit.
Should we go after them, make sure they don't raise any sort of alarm?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Amelia just runs and leaps over the fire and begins to bolt down the hallway.
Okay.
I follow.
Follow.
So, as Amelia enters the room,
Bear trap.
as Amelia enters the room, from above on what looks to be a platform that surrounds the area, 6 red beams fly out as the two of them, standing in wait, fire off 2 full sets of Scorching Ray at her.
Sure do.
Sure do.
As they run north, Metolius is just going to put his hand on his wounds and lay on hands for 30 points.
Sounds good. And that would be for okay. I'm gonna roll all 6, and we're gonna go for 12.
Nope.
13.
Nope.
21.
Yes.
19.
Yes.
15.
Yes.
And 10.
No.
So as soon as you walk out of this area, 3 of the 6 bolts that are fired connect into Amelia in front of you, Grimtuck. 3 of them splash, 1 in the ground, 2 on the sides. But Amelia takes a total of 66 damage. 66 fire damage. Woo, that's not a lot of damage. That's a total of you take a total of 12 points of fire damage.
Wow.
So much.
Oh, damn.
That is
some abysmal D6s.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got 1.
I will take it though.
3 2s, 2 1s, and a 4.
fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, but again, they stand upon this walkway above, in this darkened area. Now that they've fired their beams, the light barely catches them, and they seem to dip out of sight. Ahead of you looks to be a ladder leading up to that second floor.
Amelia is going to run forward and leap over this fire in the middle of the floor, and then step aside and just be like, "After you."
Cool. How high is this landing above us, DM?
It's pretty high. It's about like 30 feet up.
Okay, so I can't vertical jump that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I guess I'm like right at this shit. There's nothing else I could do. I'll just dash up the fucking ladder, but I want to make sure there's no, like, I'm not going to put my hand in a fucking bear trap the second my head goes up there.
I get that.
So, do a quick look around. I know these little guys are cagey now.
How far up the ladder can you get?
So, if I dash, I moved 40 feet to get there, and I have another 40 feet.
So, roll a perception check for me.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I got 12.
A 12. As you're kind of crawling up, you notice that there doesn't seem to be any form of traps.
Okay. Cool. Let's go up.
Okay. So, before we get into what Grimtuck sees above, what are Metolius and Eldwin doing in the room prior? Or are they joining the fray and the hunt, or are they...
I would definitely be following and joining.
Place yourself in the room. Metolius, I know you wanted to quickly heal yourself, but that I would say that time has passed before you're actually...
I'd probably be in or near the door.
Okay.
I have a question. Can I take a quick listen to see if I can ascertain whether the dragon is here or not? I know
You can always try.
Yeah, basically.
What, like in this room?
No.
Sitting area.
13. Like, can I hear his breathing from, like, the main chamber?
I did.
Smog style shit.
No, you do not seem to hear his
Okay.
breathing from the main chamber.
Okay. Then I guess I would follow Eldwin.
Okay. So we move to the next map. Welcome to the next map as Grimtuck raises this ladder up to this top area. Can you see, Grimtuck?
Oh, yeah.
The light barely catches up here. The rest of it is just your own personal visions that your bodies allow. Across the way, Grimtuck, you see the two kobolds with those ramshackle wings standing on either side of this room, filled with what looks to be bookcases. Bookcases that have been turned and toppled, still attached to the wall, but books strewn all over the ground. Amelia, Rain, and Metolius and Eldwin, you see Grimtuck raised to the top, as it is now his turn.
Alright, well, I used my normal movement to get here, and then I dashed up the ladder. How much movement did it soak up to go up the ladder?
It was 30 feet.
30 feet worth of ladder?
Yeah,
Fuck.
well, no, it's effectively 20 feet up the ladder, because it's 30 feet of a room.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Alright. These motherfuckers are baiting me. 5, 10, and then, so we were in combat, and then we fell out of combat for like a split second, and then came right back into combat. Am I still raging?
No, by the time you would have gotten here, you would have dropped your rage.
Ah, man, we weren't even out for a second. Bastards, I should have just ran through. Yeah, I'm just gonna rage again, because I got a lot of them. So, 5, 10, 15, and 20. I'm running after these jerks.
Sounds good. So, jerk number on the opposite side of this kind of upper level. You can now look down and you see your companions below you. You see Rain and Amelia hanging from the ceiling. There are two large chandeliers, neither of them lit long since the candles have fallen away. Below you, the firelight barely touches the edges of the banister here. And the creature the kobold who had fired upon Amelia as you all entered, now aims his sights upon you and fires off this kind of glowing red orb. as he
What
fires.
socks do these dicks have? They've been practicing sorcery in here. Fucking, they don't even got books.
23 to hit you.
Does what?
23 to hit.
Holy shit, he hit me.
As this spinning red flaming orb flies forward at you and connects, you take 13 points of fire damage.
Fuck this guy. I'm gonna murder these dudes.
Bring it to as he kind of ducks now back behind and begins to rush to the opposite side. You see him run by the banister, taking 10. This is 15, 20, 25, 30. He now stands at this long hallway out to what looks to be an open section, glowing bright from the lava ahead of him. He seems to be moving towards this pathway. The ones, if you're remembering correctly, the ones you saw sitting above that crystal wall.
Cool.
Now we move to Amelia's turn.
You said it's 30 feet up?
20 feet up the ladder.
20 feet up the ladder? Well, I still wouldn't be able to make it all the way, but I also don't think any of my companions would be able to. Or actually, no, I'm just going to dash.
Okay.
So 20 feet there, 20 feet up, and then that also gives me enough to... I will move 20 feet down the walkway on the opposite side from Grimtuck.
Okay. As you reach this top of this ladder, another flash of memory pierces through your mind as you see Flare standing. Well, you see a few other individuals dressed similarly to Flare. Your hands, that warm red tone, reach out, grabbing a book and flipping it open. As it flashes back, you're once again here.
And having that happen, Amelia will just kind of like grab the banister and take a second as she ends her turn.
Okay. Back to the top of the round. Rain, you're on the far end here. Behind you, Metolius and Eldwin sit underneath this level. Ahead of you, you've seen now Grimtuck and Amelia rise, but none of the kobolds are in sight from where you are.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then plus the 30 feet of the ladder is 60.
20 feet up the ladder.
Oh, 20. Excellent. So then that'll put me right to the top of the ladder then if I can move 60 feet, I think. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Plus 20 is, yeah, I can get up there.
You have 10 feet of movement when you get to the top of the ladder.
I will actually move... I'll move into the corner here. And then I will, I'll just crossbow bolt the one right in front of me there. That's like 10 feet away.
That's Amelia.
Oh. Sorry,
I shoot Amelia in the back.
The coloring was very similar to the kobolds.
You can, I mean, if you think Rain would not be able to see that, fire away.
No, it's just because, yeah. So then... I will shoot this one instead.
Okay. It does have slight cover from the banister, but you absolutely can fire with it.
All right. 12.
12. 12 does not hit. Above its head, Grimtuck, you see a bolt just land into one of the books, and the book falls. The creature almost jumps, but it is not harmed. And Rain, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Metolius, we were effectively here on the map, so 5 feet off this center portion, and you would have a run ahead of you to get to the ladder.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Can I see him through the banister, or is it like a solid wall?
It is no. You could see. You'd have to move, say, underneath the far. If you go to the east side of the room where you're standing, which is underneath the platform, you'd be able to see him through the banister if you stand underneath over here.
Okay, we're just going to say I'm underneath here.
Yes.
I'm going to take out a javelin, and I'm going to throw it at the little fucker.
Got it.
9 plus 8 is 17.
17 hits.
12 points of piercing damage.
12 points of piercing damage. As he ducks underneath of the bolt, Metolius runs over and chucks a spear just between the rungs of this banister, hitting him right in the side, and he screeches out. He also has to roll a concentration check. And how much did you do?
12, so it should be DC 10.
Yeah. Holds concentration on the spot.
I'll throw another one.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit for, I think it's just 10 points of piercing damage.
Well, with 10 points, the second spear finds true and just impales the creature against the books. He now slides down the spear in his throat, like dislodges and tumbles down to the ground with a clank.
Could you get those for me? Thanks. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, we move to Eldwin.
So I see that his spear fall.
It's you.
And so being down on the lower level now, I don't see anything of danger down here anymore, right?
You do not.
Yeah, I'll grab the spear and head up the ladder. I will just...
Wait, okay, so you weren't there. You were in the doorway, so you would have to move 10 feet into the hall, and then you'd have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to get to this.
Oh, I wasn't even on the map, sorry.
No, effectively you were, here, let me click where we were. You were here underneath this level.
Okay, so then I'm basically at the top of the ladder.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, you are now at the top of the ladder up in this library, which I would say looks very intriguing to you. Still filled with books scattered here and there. A lot are on the ground.
Is there any particular book that catches my eye on the way through?
I don't think you could take it. You in your cursory glance, there is none.
Okay. And are there books on this upper level as well?
That's where you see all these books.
Oh,
this
upper
upper
level.
level.
All right. I'm done.
There you go.
Done after funky questions.
Grimtuck.
Definitely jumping over the banister, swinging on the chandelier, clearing the other side, and running up on this guy.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay. So athletics and then acrobatics to swing and land.
Athletics is probably good with a 14.
14's enough to grab onto the chandelier. I would say that just adds a little bit of a difficulty curve to the landing.
And then acrobatics, I got a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
So you barely make it just to the other side, right here. And as you land here, roll me a dexterity saving throw. As you land with a heavy thud, you feel the ground below your feet start to crack and break under you.
Oh, well, I got a dex saving throw of 22.
Yeah, as you do, you're able, now feel free to move yourself either north, east, or south as you push yourself off as the ground below you falls away.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm definitely going east because I'm going to chop the shit out of this guy.
Okay, and here, let me show you all what happened as the ground below Grimtuck falls into this just hole. You now can see down into the land below.
It wasn't cool looking, but I did it. Thank you for not making me end that cool chandelier jump with just falling through a fucking hole in the floor.
Going back to your original position? Yeah, that would be shitty with me. A little bit.
Since I'm over here and he's the only guy over here, I'm gonna reckless attack. And fuck it. Yeah, reckless attack, great weapon master.
Okay.
Yes. I rolled a 19 on the dice, so that would be nice. Definitely plus 4 to that. So 22.
22?
Yes.
Points of damage?
Yes.
Okay. As you rush up to him, that first swing, he does not dodge out of the way as you hear a screech come out of him.
Still standing? 22 to hit.
You hit?
And better. 26 damage.
26 damage?
Yes.
Yeah, with that second swing, you just completely split him in two.
Fuck
He
yes.
barely has the time to make any form of noise or any action to get away as you just remove him from this mode.
Sweet. And that is my turn.
And that is also us finding ourselves out of initiative.
Amelia is going to continue her way around the corner to see if this is finished.
It does seem to be finished at the moment.
She's going to say, was that all of them?
I don't know.
Ahead
Probably
of you.
not. Sorry.
Sorry. No, that's fine. Ahead of the two of you shows an expanse of glowing red rocks. The light from the lava seems to catch every corner here and make this bridge that crisscrosses over just glow with a fiery red glow.
Ooh. I'm
And
gonna
again,
creep. Sorry, go ahead.
No. And this seems to be that same bridge work that you had seen previously, standing high above you.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can sneak on over here and take a look around.
I'm going to casually, like, non-dangerously throw the spear back to Metolius.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a look around amongst the books, and I'd like to find an important looking and good conditioned book, if that exists.
So, are you saying you go over to the kobold that Metolius hit?
You said there were books all just lying around.
There
right?
are, but you got both spears from Metolius, or just one?
Oh, I picked up the one that fell.
On the ground. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get just one.
Sure. So you pick up this book, and it seems to be written in what looks to be common. And as it is, it almost just seems to be a book of proverbs, like a book of meditative proverbs.
Cool. I'm putting it in my bag.
There are other books scattered around, but that is definitely the best looking book that you see right where you're standing.
Cool.
As Grimtuck, you sneak forward to look around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Metolius, what are you doing? Because you are still below.
Metolius will call up to everyone else. Is this what we're doing? Are we going upstairs now?
Yes?
I mean, we're up here. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Should we not?
No. I mean, I don't know.
Well, then
I
settle.
guess 15, 20, 25, and I'll start climbing the ladder. And since we're out of initiative, I guess I just make it to the top.
Oh yeah, it does not take you very long.
While we're standing here, Amelia's going to put her pirate voice on and be like, come on, big boy, what are you waiting for? And just kind of like poke Grimtuck.
I already said I was going. Quit poking me, Amelia. Jeez. So yeah, I'm definitely looking out. I'm creeping up on this in case there's any more of these fuckers waiting to scorching ray me.
Okay. So as Grimtuck looks out ahead of you, across the way, you see this just kind of almost web-like working of these platforms, these bridges across. Ahead of you, one crosses in a T-like fashion. To the east, there is an outlet that seems to go back into darkness. One also branches off to the southwest, and then off to the north, which connects to another cross bridge, high north above you. But as you look around, you notice that you can see over that crystalline wall. Also, Metolius, just so you know, your spear is over here if you so wish to get it.
Oh, I'm going to get it.
Okay, as you walk here, I need you to roll me dexterity saving throw.
Here?
Oh, shit.
Rude. Alright. Dexterity saving throw? How about a 26? Is that good enough?
Absolutely. You jump, you feel the ground soften below your feet, and you jump ahead, stepping on the kobold's corpse, which makes a small... And yeah, there is, in fact,
An additional
a hole number 2. So you find you gain your spear back. as this area goes a bit quiet. The slight sound, this roiling earth around you this roiling like molten rock still makes this overarching din around you. But it has now gone quiet as Crimtuck, you look out here and see the vast expanse towards the north. You're not able to exactly see much of what's there from where you're standing, but you're able to notice that the passageway, the kind of main area, opens wide far to the north.
I'll look up behind me and make sure everybody's behind me. You guys all caught up and shit?
Do I need to make any kind of check to make it over the hole, or am I good? Because
you know it's there. You're able to kind of like slink around it.
Excellent.
Amelia's creeping forward with you.
Cool. Well, then we're gonna creep right across this bridge to see if we can get to the other side, because I imagine that whatever we're not exploring downstairs, maybe we can access it from over here. So we're going across the bridge. Huh? Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, trying to.
You would like to be stealthy. Roll a stealth check.
Sure.
Natural 20.
That should definitely help out with my 12.
Hey.
15. Wait, it's
16.
I have advantage if it's against being seen. 15.
Sweet. Yeah, you start moving out, and you all believe you're quite stealthy.
Blink, 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 blink.
I would say you get about... Stop.
Ah. I'm excited.
I understand. But as you get here, you turn... I would say you're looking around. You're being perceptive. You're trying to be perceptive. You know what? Roll me a perception check, because I stopped yours.
Jesus Christ. If I can't perceive a dragon, I'm going to be such a chode.
I'll give you advantage.
The team will never let me live this down.
Really long fight.
I got a 22.
Talk the dragon blind.
23.
22?
23.
23. So, a few things you see. To the north, the path continues forward and splits off to either side, to the west and east. There's another offshoot into darkness, but to the west, one of that same kind of hallway glows with a slight purple glow, but you see it now. Far off ahead of you in this field of lava, surrounded and standing upon a small bit, almost plateaus that have grown there. The glint of gold still shines brightly in this wreath of flame and fire, but above it, this gigantic crimson egg from floor to ceiling stands there, stuck into the back wall of this entire cavern. It almost seems to pulse with an energy. It's larger than most any building. It almost sits as about half as large as Cassandra's castle. It's so big. But it is, by all rights, it looks like an egg. The same shape, the oval, the very round edges. As you see this, as you see that giant flaming egg in the back of this, and what you can only imagine to be the horde of said dragon, a glint of steel catches your eye right on the top of it as it looks to be a hammer stuck in to a pedestal. And as you see this, and as we all begin to see where your destination sets, I think we're going to call it here. You do see below you that crystalline wall scrapes the bottom of this bridge as it rises up just to about here.
Wow.
All of the crystals glow red and entirely cut off this path that you had entered. And now you stand up.
Big ass fucking egg. Bro.
Hello, dear listeners. Eldwin here. Thank you
for joining us for another episode of the Swordcast Adventures. If you want to learn more or you would like to support us through our Patreon, you can go to swordcastadventures.com. Thanks for listening. Bye.